Hey, let's continue from where we was at. This is a three-part series because the videos don't run but so long. You can find it from up under MILK 1, MILK 2, and MILK 3. What we in the last video talking about growth, and you have to understand growth. Understand that when this country, how it got its greatness, you best to believe that all type of scientists from all over. Hell, you had Nazi scientists to discover that Hitler them had made. Well, the U.S. brought some of those scientists in to help with research because they had different ideals. So that's what I mean about how you cross pollinate and you come up with things. The atomic bombs was the nuclear bombs and all those things was help worked on from other scientists that we had lured over here to give us a different perspective on how to make a finished product. Because it was at times that we were stuck on a finished product with all our technology, and it takes different ideas of how you approach a problem. So that's what I mean by cross pollinating. That sometimes your way of thinking is in a box, and it keep you throwing that problem around to try to find a solution. It just keep you in that box until you bring somebody in outside the box. So that's what I meant about getting with different people and and letting them help show you how to grow and encourage you how to grow. Cause man, there's a world of knowledge out there, and like I always say, I don't have a lock on it. That's why it's so important that we talk, that you give me some feedback. We're going to talk about a lot of subjects, and until you let me know what you really want to talk about, then I'll pick the topics. We're on growth right now. And I've been talking about African Americans right now, but believe me, we're going to talk about Caucasians, Europeans, immigration, birth control, kids having babies out of wedlock. All it's nothing off the table. But until you let me know which direct topic you want to talk about, I'll pick the topics. But I am waiting on your feedback, and I have got some feedback from people. But the topic that they've been talking about is the same ones that we mentioned already. So let me know what you want to talk about. But getting back to growth, your growth is important. And what I was talking about was how we had flatlined it as a people because, through the years when this country was making money head over heels, it's a lot of blacks that made a lot of money. And it was like, where are we investing our money? Are we investing our money in an infrastructure that'll support us, which will support the country? Because you start becoming less of a baby. And it's designed like that. And not to get complacent where you're at. That's why I mentioned there's nothing in your life that should be the same. It's no 2 days the same. They may look similar. And whether you believe it or not, there are no two people the same. Now, I may look like you, but trust me, I'm not you. And you're not going to force me to be you. So I don't let people bind me into being who they are, for their walk. Because half of the time, that's what they're doing. Man, we don't do this. This is what we do. Man, you look that person straight in the eye and say, hey, hold on, partner. That's what you do. I do what I want to do. Because I'm free, and I don't talk about being free. I walk my life as if I'm free. Now, that is a threat to a lot of people that think you should be in your place and do other things, but you can't stop progress. You can't stop growth. Let me give you an example about growth. What I mean by you can't stop it. It's like, man, black folks started off as slaves in this country. And you have a African American, black, the title and the name has changed so many times to where, pick which one you want to pick. But you have a black man as the president of the United States. Now, 100 years ago, you couldn't have saw that coming. Nobody could see that but God. but you're not going to stop the natural progression of growth. You can't do it. If you try and do it, you're working against God. You have a lot of people say, your place is this and your place is that, and they'll try to fight your progress. But as you see how time and things have evolved, no man can stop it. Not the natural progression of what God has in store, and that's growth. You can't stop it if you're working against God, and it's gonna make you miserable if you don't roll with the change. You got blacks as well as whites. Blacks into their self by saying we don't do this here and you shouldn't do that. Well, see, my folks didn't come out of slavery from up under whites to let blacks make me a slave to tell me what I can and can't do. So I look at them at times and say, you done lost your mind. My ancestors and Martin Luther King didn't do all this stuff for my freedom, for me to turn around and just hand it to you so you can tell me what I should. If you want to bind yourself, do it. But my natural growth, what God intended for me to do, is going to make me start doing things that I thought I would never do. Because that's the way I be thinking if I stay in that box that you put yourself in. You stay in that little closet. And if you have a peace with that little closet, then that's fine. But I don't think I can have it. I don't think I can live on this earth 70 years and not experience the fullness that God has to offer. Man, it's a beautiful world. It's places you haven't been, people you haven't seen. It's just too beautiful, and it's too big. It's natural wonders, man, that you'll stand out and look at and tears will run out your eyes. My God, look at that. But you have to grow and experience these things and stop talking about, well, we do this here and this what we do. And you always want to define blackness. No, what you're doing is defining yourself. You can't define me because I look like you. I'm not you, but I'm all right with you being you. But don't you look this way and tell me what I should and should not be doing. You done lost your mind. I wouldn't dare give you that authority. And if anyone out there give any man authority to tell you, let them tell you what you should be doing and not should be doing and trying to limit you, come on, man. Come on now. If you want to ride a horse backwards, ride a horse backwards. But grow. And don't let anybody hamper your growth. And I'm not saying those are things that that you need to do. Because you may not be comfortable with a lot of things. But don't talk like you free and then walk like you're a slave. Don't be free from one race and then let another race make you a slave. Don't do it. So grow. When you start getting that concept and that and the understanding about you was put here to grow. You can't get time back. Man, you can't get yesterday back. I don't want to live the same day over and over and over and over. That's a bored life. Every different day should be something new. You're thinking everything. I would hate to live day after day the same way or the same thinking, saying the same thing, talking about the same thing, and not expand my understanding. Because when I expand my understanding, then answers start to change. That's when things really get confused because you're so stuck on an ideology to where you won't meet different people and talk about different things to where your concept and the way you see life is going to always be like that. When, man, life is so different. It's no two walks on this earth the same. It's no two walks. They very seldom find two DNAs the same.